I got a new Jeep. At least a new Jeep to me. My story is the story of a man who starts off at the bottom and with a bit of hard work continues along the bottom and finally ends up at the bottom. Hey, this is Classic Cars and Comics. Thank y'all very much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's roll. Okay, I was headed home from a trip. Luckily, I'd already taken a bunch of money out of the bank. I say a bunch of money for me. Taking a bunch of money out of the bank and had that because I was going to look at another Jeep. Well, that thing fell through, so as we're traveling home from vacation, I happened to see, probably about an hour and a half from where we were, this Jeep pop up on Facebook. So as soon as I seen it, I immediately sent the person a message saying, hey, I'm interested. I'd like to come and look at it. This is X amount of money that I have on me. Can we make this work? They said, yes, we're pretty close. We can work out the rest on cash, via, some kind of, PayPal or other type of cash transfer. I think we can make it work. So I said, hey, please hold it for me. I'm en route. I'm headed there as quick as I can get there. It's going to take me just a little time. Luckily, this person honored their word and they said, okay, we'll hold it for you. You're the first one to contact us. We'll hold it for you. This is a 1999 Wrangler. It is the 4.0, the straight six. It has a hard top on it. Now, this is an aftermarket hard top, but still, it's a hard top nonetheless. It also has half doors on it that have the upper half is like a hard door. So very close to being a full, hard door or whatever it may be. One of the main selling points for me was that it was an automatic. Automatics always sell faster, they sell better, and then it allows my wife to drive it if need be. So here's just a quick overview of what the Facebook Marketplace listing said about the vehicle as I'm en route to go look at it.
Alright, just bought a new Jeep for me. I am going to a different Jeep because I want to go do trail rides and stuff like that and not worry about banging up my everyday driver. I know that this might sound crazy to some of y'all out there that, hey man, you spend that much money on a brand new Jeep, you want to go wheeling it anywhere you want to, but I decided to go this route. I've always wanted a TJ, and so here we go.
So as I'm driving home, I start getting this popping up. It's no bus, I'm losing my gauges, everything else.
And miraculously, the lights and everything's back up and running now, so hopefully just some little grounding issue or something. Woo! I need one bolt for my hardtop at least, and hopefully it's only started rattling like that right now, but hopefully one little bolt can get that fixed.
So pretty much the whole way home, it rode and drove just fine, but I kept having gauge loss, and that was the RPM primarily, and the speedometer was lost. Everything else was working, but just that no bus and kept losing gauges. Okay, I've slowed down this video so you can see it drop. Boom, it just drops on me.
So knock on wood, I've drove probably about an hour now and max speed of about, oh Lord, I'm gonna run a red light.
It was yellow.
It was yellow.
It was yellow.
Airbag light just come back on, and I lost my gauges again, but so far so good. I'm sure I've got just some kind of grounding issue, and we'll figure that out hopefully, but I've made it fairly close to home, and I hope for the best. All right, well, it made its maiden voyage. So you think we should change the highlights on here to red? All right. Well, more to come.
So proud daddy moment. That is my kiddo already saying, hey, my germs, this is going to be my Jeep one day, and here's sort of the color scheme that I would like. Luckily, we agreed on that color scheme, so it's going to work out, but I'll be fixing this in part knowing that one day the kiddo may inherit this. But hey, that's a good thing. Get him driving a Jeep, that'll be fine. It's all going to work out. We can be broke for the rest of our lives. So I think what I'm going to do is, in this video, I'm just sort of giving you an overview of what I've got to work with, the blank canvas, if you will. Now, luckily, someone has done a few upgrades on this through the years, but there's some obvious things that need to be addressed. Now, I will tell you right off the jump what I paid for this Jeep, and I think it was a great deal. I spent $6,200 on this Jeep. So as I go through this rebuild process with y'all, I will be letting you know every step of the way. Here is what I paid. Here is what I'm into it. That way you sort of have an idea of what is coming down the path for you if you decide to do this. Now, in my area, $6,200 for an automatic hardtop with 140,000 miles, that is a phenomenal deal. So I feel really good about that, where we're at this phase in the game. So let's overview the Jeep. The wind was horrendous this day, so I had to go back in and voice over all this. So talking about changing this to red, talking about how, I think I can reuse this. It would protect my tail lights. I can see that this is a Smitty built rear bumper. Some people love Smitty built, some people hate it. It's a nice looking bumper to me, so it's going to be something that I keep. Also, a little love tap right here that someone got into. I think that might be able to be buffed out. The gas filler deal. The fenders definitely need to be painted, so you can see that from the jump. The top is in good shape. There's no cracks or any other damage that I see on it, so that's good. But I need to do something to sort of get the colors back right on it. And here I am waving. Got the 59 Ford in the background. It's waving, winking at you. But there's some things that I need to do to it to just bring it up to, make it look a little bit sharper. Also missing the keys here, the locking mechanism for the door. Another little love tap dent right there that you can see. It's got nice little rock sliders right here. You can just see these fenders. They just need to be repainted or replaced. A little bit of scratching right there that needs to be taken care of. And then might need to pull this and then repaint it as well. Just Kryl on it. It does have rough country seat covers in the front and back, so that made it a little bit nicer. It's not, an extra expense that I've got to go through. The seats are not in all that bad a shape, actually. I pulled up this one just to sort of look at it, and it does have your typical cracks and some of that weathering right there, but, pretty much it's still a nice seat. It still rides fine. Gonna have to put some WD-40 right there in the seat belt receptacles, or whatever you call those. Dome light doesn't work right now. The back speakers work in the Jeep, but the front speakers do not. I don't know if that's a wiring issue or if it's just that those front speakers are shot. All the carpet's been pulled out of it. It's got floor mats in the front, but that's about it. Okay, let's make our way around a little bit more. Country girls do it in the mud. Now this is some bad clear coating, and then what I'm pointing out right there, that is where this hood has been leaned up against the KC lights, and that has dented the hood because they lost the hood prop at somewhere between 1999 and today. So I've got to get me a new hood prop to get in there to be able to hold up the hood. That hood decal is completely baked. I mean, it is... we'll cover that more in another video, but that thing is baked on. Now, I believe this is a Rampage Recovery front bumper. It is in a little bit rough shape, but hey, I think we're going to be able to fix all that. You'll have to stay tuned and watch. But it's in nice shape. The lights work on it. The tow hooks hopefully work on it, if you will. And here we're looking at these headlight covers. I don't know if I'm going to put those back on there or not. It's a cheap thing you wouldn't understand. That's going to have to go. Little bit of damage here on the front part of the hood. I'm not sure what was there to cause all that scratching, but also got some little bit of rust and some cracking right here. Might need a couple of love taps with a welder. Not sure yet, but I'm going to eventually cover this with like a windscreen, bug screen type deal. So it'll all be covered eventually anyways. Fenders, they're still, jacked up on this side as well too. They just need a fresh coat of paint, a little sanding, a little paint, be all good. Also missing a little bit of paint right here, but I don't see any other kind of major issues. You can really see where that top is faded. Okay, so opening the glove box here, it just sort of falls out because the strap's not properly attached in there. Also, you can see this, what I'm pointing out right here. I addressed this later on, but I did notice it at this time. and I'm showing you again right here. You can see where this plug is really burnt out. And like I said, I'll address that on in a later video, I believe. But that has since been remedied. Okay, so still taking a look around the cab. You can see there's sort of a crack right here. And a crack down in there. I'm not really all worried about that, so it'll probably work itself out. It'll be alright.
It is an automatic, that's good. Gonna have to get in here and either replace these or put some WD-40. They're just stiff. Haven't checked on the status of the back seats yet. Walk around to the back hatch.
So much room back here for activities. Look at this. It doesn't have a lot of room, obviously, but we'll try to use this room to the best of our abilities to be able to strap some stuff down, haul some gear if need be. There's going to be probably 3 people riding in this Jeep at a time, so it rules out me being able to flip up the front seat and remove it. But, hey, it is what it is. All right, let's crawl up under here and sort of see what we're working with here. More pink. Ugh, golly, I understand it. Like, I get it. I wear pink shirts every once in a while. I'm not opposed to pink, but just not on my Jeep, man. Hey, man, I don't want it on my Jeep. It looks cool and all. Hey, man, do you? But not for me. So we'll be looking at getting all that removed. Just sort of trying to give you an overview of, what a Jeep from the South. This Jeep has lived in the South at least for, I would say, probably 10, 12, 14 years at least. So I don't know where it was at before then, but from what I can tell, and y'all could maybe say something different, but from what I can tell, there's no major rust issues in this. Bump stop is completely gone, but hey, it's all going to work out. Okay, this is a build series here. We're going to build this Jeep out to the best of our wallet's ability, okay? I am not trying to build a $30,000 rock crawler, just a good, reliable Jeep. So here is underneath the, I believe this is the front passenger fender well. I'm just giving y'all some overviews of what we're looking at here in these fender wells. And this is the right rear passenger fender well. No major scares in here at all, not that I've seen. So I do end up finding out that the front pinion seal is blown on this. It will need to be replaced. I may end up getting up under here and sort of sanding this a little bit and then rattle can, spray some of this, especially the frame. Just to keep any kind of other damage from rust setting in, and then there's some other stuff in here that I could spray and try to help prevent any kind of rust or anything. But overall, it really looks like a nice frame to me. Now y'all might look at this and see something else, but for my untrained eye, it looks pretty nice. There's nothing that just screams at me, holy crap, we have a serious problem here. Okay, let's get the hood popped on this bad boy, and I guess she's a bad girl right now, but let's get the hood popped on this bad boy and see what we're working with here. It is pretty dirty in there. It really needs to be cleaned and addressed. It's a Jeep, I get that, but I need to do some adjustment here and some cleaning, if you will. Now, I wish it had the factory air filter on there. I don't know what kind of setup this is, but I wish it had the factory setup on there. that's my wish, and I'll probably be going back to that at some point. Let's crank it up. What is that sound? Ugh. So, this is the ground floor. This is the base level. This is where we're starting off with, boys and girls. So, I plan on shooting multiple videos of this, building it out the best I can, doing what I can with it, and then anything else, like as far as major lifts are concerned, that's all going to be outsourced. But anything that I can do myself, I will do that to keep costs down. This is a cheap Jeep, and this is a cheap Jeep project. This is not my primary Jeep. This is just a Jeep that I'm building to be able to trail ride, do other fun stuff, and have fun doing that without worried about demolishing my Jeep. So in the next video, that next video I think is primarily going to focus on starting to de-pinkify, de-stickerify, de-decalify, whatever you want to say. I'm going to start cleaning some of this up to my liking. So that'll be what the next video is about. Y'all make sure y'all stay tuned. I plan on having multiple videos in this series and taking you through the process from beginning to end, and then documenting that so that we can all learn sort of, if you buy a Jeep that's a base Jeep and it hasn't had a lot of add-ons to it, what can you expect to pay going forward? I do that so that, it's transparent and that we all learn from it. So hope y'all enjoy this. It's going to be a great ride, no pun intended, and we'll have fun doing it. Please ask any questions that you may have, and we'll just go from there. Love y'all a long time. See ya.